pipe. So I'll run this back in. Something top left corner, you can see that we have some sort of line, because that's a barcode right there. I was going to say a barcode, yeah. So it looks like someone bored into this sewer main here.
Why the fuck would they put that in there?
They didn't do it on purpose, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're about...
So they're just running it and just busted.
Yeah, because what happens when you're boring is you can't really see what's in the ground. They just start at a hole and they just shoot.
It's just a drill that goes to the ground?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you can keep track of it, but it doesn't have a camera or anything. So you got about 4 feet of it, and then you're back in the sewer line. That explains why there's a bell going back up. That's why I like having my guide on.
Yeah. And then just push it over, please.
Well, I can't fit it in this 2-inch pipe here.
Right.
Another belly. I wonder if it got back in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Come on, show me something. Pushing something, so we're in pipe. Then it drops down into the belt. I can't see. There you go. That's as far out as I go. It's running that way first.
Oh, you can tell the direction it's going?
So just based off of this, the way your cleanouts are set up, it's running that way, and then it either turns and goes that way or turns and goes that way.
Yeah.
But I need to locate it. The thing I'm afraid of, if it goes that way, we're in your neighbor's backyard. Hopefully it goes out that way. So now we're going to pause this video. You have to pull up the floor, and then you cut out sections of concrete, and then you start digging and replacing it in there. So yeah, definitely old cast. You can kind of see it's not the worst cast I've ever seen. It's definitely not.
So you think this one is going into that line?
So that one comes this way and then it 90s and goes out. This one's going up into the house because they don't run sewer line outside of the house and cast. So this is all underneath the house, and at least in this concrete right here, and then going into.
So that's why you know it's.
So it's actually in decent shape for cast. So far. Yeah, I should 90 and start going up once I get to it.
Which we can assume is that one that's in that back corner over there, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine that it's...
Where the copper was?
Yep. It's hard to really tell. Here's a tie-in. One.
Seven, man. hard, though.
Yeah. Most of my day today was driving.
Really?
Yeah, I started off in Ontario, Vale, Weiser,
Wow.
and then Nampa, Caldwell, and came out here.
Where do you live?
Caldwell. There's where we start going. Yep, there's the copper. It's not going to go any further, but that's our connection to that. Yeah, that's our copper connection there. So we're in the corner now. So we're going to do a slow pullback. Take a look at it again as we come back. Like I said, it's not the worst looking cast iron that I've ever seen, but it's old cast iron. I mean, at this point, it's 60-year-old cast.
Yeah.
So rehabilitating it would probably be something you'd want to do, especially if you guys are going to stay here for a while.
Yeah, totally. This is supposed to be girls grow up in the household.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So
How do you rehabilitate it?
we do something called pipe coating. It's,
Where you kind of shove another pipe into it?
no, so that's pipe bursting, or pipe lining, which we can do for like sewer mains outside the home.
Yeah.
Underneath the house, what we do is we pull your toilets anywhere that we can gain access. So those 2-inch lines that are coming down, we're gonna disconnect those, pull the toilets, and essentially it's a spray coat that goes in that hardens to the thickness of like ABS pipe. And we just spray it in and brush it on after cleaning off all the pipe and whatnot, and then you let it cure for about 48 hours, and it's like you have brand new pipe.
Wow.
20-year warranty, the whole nine.
How much does that cost you?
It's not cheap. Yeah, it depends on it depends on how the footage of it total. So like if that was something that you guys wanted to like get going, but rough ballpark for you, you're probably looking at 20-something grand. Yeah, definitely not cheap, but it's well worth it because, like I said, if this pipe, the problem with cast iron is it's iron, right? So it starts to rust like we're seeing, and then as you have it rust and the water runs through, it starts to get thinner and thinner, and then it cracks and then it breaks. And so digging up 60 plus feet in your basement, probably more than that.
Not worth
it. It's you're gonna spend a lot more money in
flooring and
exactly concrete work and all that stuff.
labor itself.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool concept. It's relatively new to the business, but right now we are the only company in the valley that does the coating. There's like 2 other companies that will do lining.
What I mentioned.
Which is what you mentioned, yeah. A
It
bunch
has to
of
be outside though, right?
you do the lining for like 4-inch pipe, something bigger than this. And then there's other companies that'll do bursting, where you actually pull in a new pipe. Lining is putting a new liner through the old pipe, and then it adheres to it.
Got it.
But for underneath the house, especially in finished basements or just basements in general where you have concrete, it's definitely the overall cheapest way to go. And it's, like I said, 20-year warranty. It's super efficient, reliable. Yeah, you're never going to have an issue with it.
I wonder if some of the stuff he was running, thinking about why he wasn't seeing the water just because it's so far.
It could be. That was one of the things I was thinking. I was going to ask you how long he ran the water for.
Well, I kind of asked him about the sewer, like, last second he was leaving. He kind of ran a few things. It was probably a couple of minutes.
Yeah. It kind of depends, because, like, it could have been he ran one thing, came out here, didn't see it, and then the next one he ran pushed that remaining water, and that's what he saw.
Yeah.
Because typically you won't have 2 sewer lines. I would imagine that if this house was built in the 60s, that this was on a septic tank at one point.
Yeah, right.
And then they abandoned it.
Well, and all this, so the original owner here owned all this land. And then they parceled it off and did all this.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because that pipe that's going out towards the street, that's not SDR or ABS. It's a polybutylene. Not polybutylene, I'm sorry. Polyethylene pipe, so PE pipe. That means that they probably bursted it. which means that they ran a cable through and then pulled a new pipe, that poly PE pipe. They use that because it's really flexible. There's another tie-in. Oh, that's this one right here. Right. Oh no, that's a tie-in. Where is it? Where's that tie-in? Yeah, there's a tie-in right here. I'm guessing that's the other side of the bathroom coming out this way.
Gotcha.
But so that means that it was probably at a septic point, and then he owned all this property, probably ran out a good ways.
Yeah. So you say that like this, so here was the old cast iron, and then from essentially when we got around here, out there was polybutylene. You said
Polyethylene.
Polyethylene?
It's
And
called
that's-
PE pipe.
and you would assume that's less old.
Yeah, that looks new.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks a lot newer.
So essentially, we just need to address like from here to there what the
So
old
this
stuff.
stuff here,
Yeah.
I would rehabilitate it basically.
Yeah.
Do the coating. The breaks in this pipe need to be addressed by whoever owns the house.
Yeah.
Because, or honestly, it's going to end up falling on the cable company. Whoever ends up paying for the spot repair is going to have to pay for it out of pocket.